Hey, Ray, are you there? I gotta talk to you about something real quick. Let me know as soon as you see this message. Hello, Warren. What can I do for you? Is everything okay? Yes, I realize that you may be out of the office right now visiting our site, so I hope that now is a good time to chat. That's no problem for me at all. I'm actually taking my lunch break at a cafe right now, so I have some time to text. Great. Well, I wanted to ask if you had any plans for tonight. Oh, well, no, I don't think I have any plans to speak of tonight. Although it is Friday, do you mind if I ask you why you're wanting to know? Well, I just wanted to ask you if you had any plans to go out tonight or anything like that. I know that you young people are always about, squeezing in your partying wherever you can get it. Right, I guess we can do that sometimes. But like I said, I don't have any plans or anything like that. Why do you ask? Do you think I'll have something overtime to do tonight or something? No, of course not. I was just wondering if you want to go out and grab some dinner with me is all. There's a new steak place that I've really wanted to try out. You want to invite me to go out with you to a steakhouse? Well, just think of it as a prize for yourself. I mean, this morning, when you locked in with our clients into their contract, I just had never seen anything like it at all. You are great. I just want to show my gratitude for all you've done for our company. No, it was really nothing. I was just trying to tell them what they wanted to hear without lying to them. Don't be so modest. You really did great, I swear. This is what we do in the industry, don't you know that? You close a big deal and then your boss takes you out for dinner. What's so wrong with that? Or is it the restaurant? Do you not like steak or something like that? I don't mind going somewhere else like sushi or pasta or anything. You name it, it's my treat, honest. No, it's nothing like that. I really love a good steak. Steak sounds fine. Thank you. Well, okay then, it's decided. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you reaching out to me and offering to do this. Let's get dinner. That sounds like a fun time, actually. Aaron, are you there? I'm really sorry to be telling you this so last minute, but the thing is that I'm gonna be taking out one of my subordinates to dinner tonight, so I won't be eating at home.
Oh, really? But you didn't mention anything about going out for dinner tonight when you left for work this morning.
I know, I really didn't think that I was even gonna be doing this. But this employee is new to the company, but managed to close a really tough deal, so I gotta take him to show how thankful the company is.
Oh, I see. Well, that makes sense. I feel like this isn't the first time you've done something like this. But since you're already going out to eat, maybe I should take the kids out to eat somewhere as well. I was just thinking that it has been a while since we went out to a restaurant.
Well, I think that's a great idea. The kid deserves to eat out every now and then too. You should do that. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know that that was happening and that I'm not gonna be home until later.
No problem. Thank you for letting me know. I do appreciate it.
Oren, I'm really sorry to be bugging you like this, but can we talk? Ray, why are you texting me? What's the matter? I know that the food is taking a bit to come out, but there's no need to panic. No, sorry, it isn't that. I just have to tell you something that I saw. So, I was in line for the bathroom since there was only one that wasn't closed for cleaning, and anyways, well, I just saw something that was really weird. You saw something weird? Well, okay, what was it? Is everything okay? It was nothing too horrible, it's just that I saw this mom and her daughter sitting at the dinner table. And the mom's plate was full of food and looked like it had just been delivered from the kitchen, but the little girl only had a cup of water in front of her. And as I looked around the table, I realized that there was a second kid, a son. And the son, just like the mom, also had a plate full of food. Wait, what? So you're telling me that this parent went to the trouble of taking her kids out to dinner but is only letting one of them have water? Well, actually, it's more that I'm looking at this family. The more that I think that it's your family, Oren. Wait, what? You're telling me that you think the family that you're looking at right now is actually my family? You can't be serious about that, right? Well, I haven't seen them in person, but I've seen the pictures of your family that you have on your desk in the office plenty of times. And the little girl is sitting at this table is the spitting image of your daughter in the photo on your desk. So you're telling me that the girl that's sitting at the table and only drinking water looks like she could be in high school then? If I had to guess, I would say that she looks like she could be a high schooler, yeah? Well, I do know that my little Sarah has been on a diet recently and has lost a little bit of weight. Unless she isn't even on a diet. You know what? I think that I made a mistake. I don't think that family is your family. I mean, what would be the odds of that? I just think that I was standing in line for so long that I started getting a little bit too in my own head. I didn't mean to worry you or anything. I'm really sorry if I did, but it's probably just better to forget all that I've said any of this. You really think that it was just your imagination? I really hope so. But just in case, when you get back to the table, I'm gonna go out to the bathroom and look at the family that you were talking about, okay? Okay then, sounds good. I'm just gonna head out of the bathroom right now, actually. Okay then, see you in a bit. Well, I went over to the bathroom and pretended to use it, and you were right. That is my family sitting over there. But I'm so confused. I managed to get pretty close to their table without them noticing me, and I heard my wife telling my daughter that she was allowed to have water. While her and my son get gushing over how good the food was, she was clearly just trying to make my daughter feel even worse. I see. Orin, I'm so sorry. I really don't know what to say to this at all. It's okay, Ray, but I think if it's okay with you, I'd like to invite my daughter over to our table. You want to invite your daughter to come and eat with us? Well, I said that I got close enough to their table without them noticing me, but I think my daughter Sarah did actually notice. I texted her from the bathroom, telling her to keep an eye on her phone for me. I figured I would talk about this with all of you before we moved forward at all. Oh, I see. Well, I really don't mind at all if that's something you want to do. It sounds like your daughter probably isn't enjoying herself at all anyways, so by all means, invite her over. Okay then, just a second. Hey, Orin, I just wanted to thank you again for dinner. I can't remember the last time that I ate that well, and it really meant a lot to me that you wanted to take me out. No, don't worry about that. Besides, I only took you out because of all the hard work that you've been doing. Besides, I don't know how grateful you should really be to me, seeing as you ended up getting sucked into my family drama for just a bit. Oh, you really don't have to worry about that, Orin. I'm just glad that you were able to get your daughter out of that situation and have her come and sit with us. Yes, well, it only dawned on me that when she came to the table, that you probably have no idea about anything regarding my family, really. Especially the fact that Sarah is my daughter from a previous marriage, and that Erin is my second wife who has her own son. We've been married for 2 years already, and I really did think that things were going well for all of us. But I had no idea that she really disliked Sarah that much. Well, I know that this isn't really my place to say anything about any of this, but I just want to let you know that if I can help in any way, I'd be more than happy to. Thank you, Ray, that really does mean a lot to me. And you might just regret telling me that because I may actually call you in for some assistance at some point.
What is the meaning of this, Orin? You can't actually be serious about this, right? Are you really going to divorce me? For what? What did I even do?
Erin, are you really gonna tell me that you have no idea what those divorce papers might be about at all? You really have no idea why I might want to divorce you?
Well, I guess there was that time about a month ago that I had to leave Sarah with your mom at the very last minute. But I only did it because your mom lives so close to Sarah's high school and I really didn't have time to go and pick her up. Surely that isn't what this is all about though, right?
You're so close and yet so far. It's something that happened about a month ago. You're right about that. But can you guess at all about what else it could be?
You mean it wasn't about that? Well then, what could this possibly be about? I really have no idea in the slightest. Can't you just tell me?
I'm talking about what you did to Sarah at the steakhouse. You took both of our kids out to eat there, and yet you only let my daughter drink water while your son was able to eat his fill.
Wait, hold on. What are you talking about? Where is this all coming from? Did Sarah tell you that? Surely you don't really believe that, right? Of course I let her eat. She can eat whatever she wants. Why would I care about that? In fact, she actually ate the most out of all three of us when I took them out for dinner then. I was actually so surprised at how much she was eating because she's always going on about her diet, you know. But she didn't really seem to mind.
Erin, just give it a rest. I was in that same restaurant while the three of you also were.
Wait, what? What do you mean you were there with us? It was just the three of us. I'm sure that you weren't there at all.
You're right. I wasn't there eating with the three of you. But I told you about how I was going to be taking out one of our employees for a dinner, right? Well, we went to that same steakhouse, and while the two of us were there, we saw what you were doing to Sarah. Well, my coworker actually saw it first. I only went over to check on you after he told me he thought he saw my family there.
Hold on a second. So then, when Sarah left the table because she said she was getting a phone call from a friend and then never coming back.
That's right. She wasn't really getting a phone call from a friend. I just invited her over to have dinner with my colleague and I. We were in another part of the restaurant, so I guess that you didn't actually see where we were sitting.
You've got to be kidding me. You aren't actually serious about all this, are you?
Of course I'm serious, but I have to say that I'm just shocked at all that Sarah told me while we talked that night. She let me know all about how when I wasn't there that you would treat her so awfully.
Me? What on earth are you talking about? I've done nothing on the sort. You aren't really going to take her word over mine, are you?
I thought I told you to just drop the act already. Sarah even had recordings of you yelling at her at home. And she told me about how you stole her money that she got from her job and never sent her to school with enough food. She even showed me all that she wrote in her diary about what you were doing to her.
But, see? Why would she do that? I didn't even know that she had it in her to talk about all this. She's always so sad and quiet at home. Why does she open up to you?
I just want you to know that I was talking to a friend of mine who is currently studying law, and he told me that there is nothing that can stop this divorce from happening.
Oren, please, just calm down. Surely we can talk about this. I mean, I know you told me to drop off Sarah at her grandma's so that she could live there for a while, right? I thought that was your way of choosing us over her.
It was never about that. I sent my daughter to go and live with her grandma so she wouldn't have to live with you or her son.
And so you're really just going to divorce me then? It isn't fair! You can't do this to me!
Well, it's either that or we could take this matter to court.
Court? Are you threatening to sue me? For what? I didn't even do anything wrong. Please, you can't do this to me, Oren.
Of course I can! But if you just agree to sign the divorce papers, then I'll accept Sarah's bereavement payments via the alimony.
Bereavement payments? What on earth are you talking about? You mean on top of divorcing me, you're really going to try and make me pay? It wasn't like I was out cheating on you or something. I was just trying to show Sarah some tough love.
I don't care what excuses you have. The fact of the matter is that you are treating my daughter terribly despite marrying me and becoming her mother-in-law. So you might as well save all your excuses for her.
But this can't really be happening. Are you really going to choose your daughter over your own wife? You wouldn't be so crazy as to do that, would you?
Are you going crazy? Of course I'm gonna choose my daughter. I was always going to choose my daughter.
But it's really that easy for you. I don't believe it.
Anyways, just know that this divorce is going to happen. I've already talked to a lawyer about it and she said it's gonna be pretty cut and dry.
You mean you've really already gone out and hired a lawyer for all of this? I guess you really are serious about leaving me.
Of course I'm serious. Even if you told me you were gonna stop all this nonsense and treat my daughter fairly, it still wouldn't change my mind. The only thing I want from you now is an agreement to the divorce. That's the only way I can save my daughter from you.
But I don't want a divorce. I don't want to leave you, Oren. Surely it doesn't have to be this way, right?
If you didn't want it to be this way, then you should have treated my daughter how you did in the first place.
But then what about my son? You're really going to walk away from this marriage and him when he didn't do anything?
No, please. I know that you and your son have both been bullying my daughter together. I'm so glad that you two could bond over treating someone so horribly. By the way, I've canceled the lease for our place, so you and your son have until the end of the month to move out.
Cancel the lease to our apartment? How could you do that?
Why would I want to live with the woman who I'm divorcing? You better start packing up your stuff quick and look for a new place to live, too.
But then, you're really going to leave me as a single mother. You're just going to cast my son and I into a life of poverty because we were teasing your daughter a little bit. Are you still sure that you want to go through this divorce? I really think that it would be best if you didn't. I mean, who is going to want to marry a man your age with a kid who's been divorced twice?
I don't care. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make sure my daughter is safe. Besides, I did a little more digging and learned about something about your last divorce. You told me that you and your husband split up because of an affair, but now I realize that it was you who was engaging in it.
Wait a second. How did you find all that out? And just who are you to judge me anyways? You and your wife probably split because you were cheating on her.
Actually, my wife died of cancer.
Oh, well, I don't have anything to say on that.
And I don't have anything more to say to you except that you had better pay me by the deadline you agreed to, or else. Hey, Ray, are you there? I just wanted to be the first to say welcome back from your business trip. Oh, thank you, Oren. I appreciate that. I was just gonna drop off my papers at the office and then I was gonna go home. I see. Well, if you don't have any plans, I was thinking you and I could go out for the night. Oh, well, I haven't made any concrete plans since I'm just getting back. Excellent. I have another really great place I'd love to take you. Kind of a local hole in the wall that not really a lot of people know about. It'll be my treat, so what do you say? Well, I really appreciate the invitation, but you just took me out to eat the other month. I couldn't possibly ask you to do that again. Well, I just thought I'd invite you out so I could tell you how the rest of our family drama went since last month. Thankfully, I was able to solve it without having to call you in for anything after all. After that, I went out with Oren and met him at the address that he gave me. The restaurant was tiny and packed, but the food was delicious. I noticed that Oren seemed to be a lot happier than usual. He told me all about how he had found out what his wife was doing to his daughter. He told me about how he realized that he had to get her out of that situation no matter what it took. Then he told me about the divorce and how he convinced his wife to pay a huge sum to settle any future legal issues that might be between the two of them. Oren told me about how he and his daughter have moved in with his mom for the time being and that they are looking for their own place. He said that now it's just him and Sarah together and he wants to make sure that he has everything he needs for a happy life and that he makes sure he's there to be a part of it.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.